Happy Monday,
eating.
folks.
He's still eating. Oh, man. Just 2 seconds, everybody.
See, when I used to work on the phones at a certain Her Majesty's something, right? Our mind used to be like this. Hi there, you're talking to Kevin at something. How can I take you home? And I'd be like this. All right. What? Mm-hmm. I neighbour. They'd be like, are you eating? I'm like, no. It must be a line. You're definitely eating. I was like,
So that's funny. My line sounds like Monster Munch.
It's Space Raiders, actually.
It's only because I ran into bikers.
They don't even do them anymore.
Nah, no, it's sad. It's sad.
Now that I've got that out of my system, guys, we don't usually do a Monday night, but it was Father's Day yesterday, and we all had plans because we're all dads. So, guys, tonight we're talking about. By the way, J Mac, we get sent films. Sometimes we're like, we'll go for it. And based on the screenshots of this, I was like, this could be sketchy, right? In that way, we're like, okay, I'll watch it. I wasn't like, when am I getting him to watch it? But I was like, I'll watch it.
Mm-hmm.
Chucked it on. I was like, I like this. I was like, I like this. And I actually find myself getting too excited about how much I liked it.
Aye, it was a nice. It was quite a refreshing wee thing. We get sent quite a lot of stuff to review now by a company called Fetch Publicity. They organise screeners to get sent out and people to review films and talk about them and promote them. Sometimes they're hard to promote. This isn't.
Well, by the way, I would say, based on the screenshots I've seen, it's not something you're like, oh, I'm going to burst to see. So I think, I don't know, there may be another way in which you can promote it. Because some of the screenshots, I'm like, I took a couple of my own screenshots actually, to kind of. Here we go. This is the door that appears. It's kind of like
your average toilet door in any pub.
It's one of those films where it's about AI. It's like film of the future. You got these lenses and you can see, like it's basically where our world will be in the next 10, 20 years, right? Like this is how he's the guy's in the bath. Instead of sitting watching the phone in the bath, you all do it. Guy comes to him, he's like, oh, want a key? If I get a key, right, a door will appear. See when you go through that door, man. It's like a dark web, right? It literally was like, and there's a lot of scenes in it that
and that's
like,
how we get booted off.
J-Mac, didn't he be coy, man? Fucking enjoy it.
They might well end this life for that.
No, they wouldn't. What for? What boobs?
Aye, unless it was mine. We get away with it if it was mine. But yeah.
Well, we'll soon see if everybody leaves the stream. Then it'll be purely because of boobs. Hey, what better reason to leave a stream? Matthewman says, "Evening, gents. What time is Shelley Duvall coming?" That's next week, Matthew.
Eh?
What do you mean, eh?
I'm confused. You're
out of sorts these days, my man. Shelley Duvall. Every time we talk about somebody, they end up on the show next week. Mind, he said it a couple of weeks ago. And we said we'll need to get her on.
That's right. I remember. I feel like I've got too much going on in my nut now. It's weird because I don't think I'm forgetful. I'm just selective with my memories.
Well, maybe you need one of those wee lenses from Sight Extended. By the way, did this not feel like an episode of Black Mirror?
It's one of the notes I've got. The concept of the film is quite interesting. I wouldn't say it's particularly original because, like you said, I've seen similar in Black Mirror. There was also, for me, elements of like Total Recall, stuff like that as well. But it's done in a really, really interesting way. I'm looking.
And how good was it as well, by the way?
again, I've took note of that for an independent film. The visuals are really, really, really good. But
Yeah.
what it goes to show you is that if you're willing to spend the time, not even necessarily the money, because like the packages to do these kind of visual effects, really, they're getting quite reasonably priced. Nothing that you wouldn't get a bollocking off the wife for, but they're getting there. And yeah, visually the film is really good. In every way, like when it comes to visual effects, the camera works pretty decent. Again, nothing particularly original, but it's done well. It's well formulated.
I believe this film was actually originally a short called
Yeah.
Sight. And by the way, it's got a 6.2 on IMDb, which is fairly decent for
Yeah.
an independent film, you know?
I have noticed that it's only been reviewed by 34 people, which is one of the reasons that we are doing this, to try and get a bit more traction on this thing.
Go review it. It's out now. It actually came out on the 16th, I believe. So it is available everywhere that you can stream. Well, everywhere that you can buy streaming films. And do you know, the acting in it wasn't terrible either.
No.
There was one actress that was like, but do you know what? I think all the actors done what exactly they needed to. They probably could have acted the balls off it even more if they wanted to. But I think it was there was a couple of points where the dialogue was a bit like they're at the bar, you know. Yeah, so he cheated on me, and now I'm like, oh, okay, come on, man. that where we're going, you know.
Yeah, he phoned that one in, Hen. But moving on.
That was funny.
There's a lot of stuff in this film that kind of makes you realize it was made by people who actually love films and games.
Totally.
Can you bring up one of your screenshots for earlier on? I think it was the door. Try to avoid the boobs. Aye, that one.
Okay.
No, it wasn't the door. It's the one with the salesman in his apartment. That one. The names of these games made me piss myself laughing. Right.
Grand
I think
Car.
right. Now, there's obviously copyright issues when you want to use, like, you can't just put Grand Theft Auto in there and expect to not get in trouble. So they thought, let's have some fun with this. So Grand Theft Car, they've got Car Doom, which is obviously Carmageddon, and Max Wayne, and it's Wayne for Wayne.
Max Wayne.
I thought that was a great wee touch. To me, it was almost satire on copyright. I loved it. I love that wee touch. Max Wayne.
Max Wayne.
When I first got a glimpse of it, I was like, that looks like Mike Myers. And I was struggling to read it, and I got closer and I was like, Max Wayne.
See this here as well, by the way. If you can see the trinkets up in the top right, you see there's Thor's hammer. Is that Rocky's boxing glove?
Yeah.
Looks like Zelda's shield. So this is essentially a virtual man cave, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of interesting stuff in this. Now, I think to talk about the film itself as opposed to just the acting and cinematography, I think it's a really interesting concept about where things could go. And I'm pretty sure technology like that for contact lenses is actually already there. It's just not obviously available to the public.
To the grunts.
And I remember reading an article about a similar thing maybe a year ago about these new VR contact lenses, and it's exciting and terrifying at the same time.
Well, the movies always tell us about what's coming, eh? So we'll kind of talk a wee bit about what the story's about. Fella's just, his mom and dad got done in a car crash, right? And he got like a shattered rib cage and all that stuff. So they must have been driving like fucking dafties. And after they've been done in, he's just kind of vegetating on his couch, depressed as hell. He's having VR porn nights with himself. He's just,
let's face it, we'd all do that with that technology, wouldn't we?
Mate, some of the stuff that
definitely.
So he goes to this therapy session on the VR, and one of the guys from the VR is like, "Yo, psst, here's something for you. Just take a key. Take a key." He's like, "Oh, I don't know." Takes a key. Big door appears. Goes through the door, and it's like a dark web. He gets all these upgrades to his eye lenses that essentially is like God mode. right? It's like an AI downloader. Kind of the same way that you get offered something on your PC and you, nah, but what if you took it? And what if it did?
Get an extra 4 inches in 3 weeks.
Right. Right. Well, the thing is, there's an add-on that you can get for his lens which sees through women's clothing. And I thought, interesting. I definitely wouldn't get that if I had that.
I mean, the way it starts off is really clever, though. Essentially, what it is an artificial intelligence for his lens that gradually helps him improve his situation by turning his entire life into a game. Now, it's not like, I don't mean it's like he's in Tron or something like that. It's not that sort of thing, but it's like it makes a game out of him tidying up his flat, like with laundry basketball. So he has to pick up his laundry and throw it into this virtual basket that is his real basket, and he gets points for every time he gets something in. He gets points for brushing his teeth because he's let himself go a bit with the agoraphobia and stuff, and it encourages him to leave the house and go for a run, and it ends up being like what's that game? Tomb Runner. No, Tomb Runner. What's that? What's that thing? No, it's that you're running and you just kind of dodging stuff and sliding under things and collecting things. The original one with the wee blonde guy.
Oh, I don't know. I remember the Super Mario one more so now.
I'm sorry, I'm roasting in here tonight. Feel the bum. Feel the bum. I might just leave this off. Excuse my bad hair. What is going on, by the way?
Hey?
What is all that noise?
What noise?
I didn't geese it. That.
May a clue, mate. Nothing for me, man. You must be in a VR situation here.
Oh, it's weird because every time the noises don't happen in your room, you get distracted by them. That's bizarre.
Fuck off. Nah, it's just folk pinging me rather than just messaging in the chat. There we go. Temple Run. That's what it was.
That's the one. That's the one. So it goes out for a run and it's like Temple Run. He has to jump over barrels and collect fruit and stuff like that. And you think, that's not a bad idea to encourage people to kind of get out and, improve their situations. But obviously, as the film goes on, that it can't all just be sunshine and rainbows.
Aye. Speaking of sunshine and rainbows and Temple Run and making game out of life, see if I had that AI upgrade in my contact lens, I imagine when I'm out driving, it would have me running folk down and getting points for it. Which brings me to earlier on. They're this close to hitting a motherfucker.
Today?
Oh, aye. Guy walked out, like wasn't even watching, just walked out on the road. I was just like, mate, I'm no stopping. Out of principle. Out of principle. He shit it and like pelted it the minute he seen me. I was just like, mate, this is on you, man. This is where you learn that your actions have consequences here.
And then the police come out and go, there appears to be no sign of the driver attempting to stop. In fact, it looks like a wheel spun about 10 feet back trying to go faster.
Pretty much. I've got CCTV on my car, mate. I'd have said, hey, look, this clown just fucking walked it.
So, but that was 30 seconds ago, mate. You had time to stop.
But then he learns nothing. He learns nothing.
You learn nothing. You learn nothing.
That's what's the problem with this fucking generation, man. They learn nothing.
It's the problem with this generation. Nobody runs folk out anymore.
We've all got to stop.
Kev.
So that's what that AI would do for me. Because I was watching this going, it's being promoted as like an AI kind of film, but where's the AI? I'm just seeing like everybody's still in control. It's just a different user interface for social media. And then it was like installing the AI update. I thought, and that's when it learned about him. It learned that he's a gamer, and the best way to motivate him is to make his life a game.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty cool. The AI started to learn about him. The sister, I don't know what the fuck she's playing.
I think the sister is she's a characterization of what can happen in your life when you try and improve it. The toxic people in your life, when you try and improve your situation, will try and hold you back because for some reason they like you the way you are.
Because you mean, I guess because you're something to them.
Aye, I mean, well,
they benefit off you.
You might be the party person, so they know that anytime they're feeling like a wee drink, we'll phone Jordan, he'll come up. Whereas I go, no, I'm not drinking it. Like, fucking shut up, man, get up. It's like, that's exactly what happens. And I think the sister is that sort of thing. She takes advantage of her brother's situation with the fact that he doesn't go out, he doesn't spend money. She kind of looks after him, but no, really. She shops for him like once every couple of months and then just takes all his money. But he doesn't really miss it because it doesn't bother him. Then all of a sudden he realizes what she's doing. And I think it's quite an accurate portrayal of a toxic person.
I never really thought of people like toxic like that. And the toxic people always make it seem like they're doing you a favor.
Mm-hmm.
But never the case. And he kind of figured that out. Well, see, at least the AI was telling him what to say, which was helping him figure that shit out. That's what she was up to. And that is, I think, she doesn't want change for him because she benefits off his current position. So she is a parasite.
Yes, exactly.
A parasite, goddamn you! A leech.
There's quite a few cautionary tales here about toxic people and our dependence on technology. I think it illustrates that technology can be a good thing, but we have to strike a good balance between technology and living your life properly.
And we have to always be in control, because none of these things, they control us, but we just think we're in control, but they're actually in control, and we just think they're. And that's how in control they are, that they actually make you think that you're in control, but they're in control.
So the greatest trick the devil ever pulled was convincing the world he didn't
exist. Right.
Yep, and that's exactly what technology does.
MGF, motherfucker, MGF.
How many times have you found yourself just scrolling through nonsensical videos for 2-3 hours, but without even noticing the time gone by?
Well, no, really, because my algorithm's pretty good. Like, it knows that if it doesn't catch me in the first 3 videos, I'm out, right? So what it does is it gives me the best shit in those first 3 videos that makes me laugh like fuck, and that keeps me. But then I start going, this hurts, and then I put it down.
They're like this, like, Kevin's back on. Get somebody getting run over. Cool.
Accurate.
Right, he's in.
Yeah, accurate as fuck. Are you in control? Go one day without your phone. Oh, I can go a day without my phone. Easy. The issue for me is a lot of my work and this podcast and everything I do happens to come from my phone. So when I look at my phone, it'll say this, like I get an update every week. It'll tell me my activity on my phone. It'll say this week, your social media thingy was down 3% or whatever. I'm very good at going, nah, I don't need my phone. I can put it down. I can leave it on charge. It's not the content that gets me. It's not content that pulls me in. It's me having to use it to contact folk. Like, it's literally, if you gave me a phone without the internet, I mean, I suppose I'd struggle. I'd have to do this stuff on the computer or do my work on a computer. But I could exist with a phone that didn't have Facebook, etc. on it. I don't need it.
Shit, if you didn't.
I did. GoFundMe will raise money for a charity. I'll use a fucking burner Nokia for a whole week.
I've totally found myself, like, if I've forgotten my phone, it's like the instant feeling of anxiety. It's quite overwhelming. And it's like when you sit and think about it subjectively, it's like, well, why do I feel this badly about it? I mean, what? Unless I'm in an emergency where I would need to phone 999, there's no good reason for me to have my phone on me. So I actually miss the days in not being contactable. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's like
street lights were on, and that was it. You were fine.
Hi, street lights were on. You're home. You went out for a walk. That was it. Nobody could contact you until you go home. Now, if you were to do that, when you get back from that, all you get is loads of abuse. Why do you not have your phone? It's like, because I decided not to take it. We're in a dangerous position with our phones, and it's just going to get worse.
Matthewman says, end up going for a shite. 30 minutes later, I'm still sitting there watching we guys building a swimming pool in the middle of the jungle.
You're like, I've got deep vein thrombosis now, but at least I know how to build a fucking swimming pool.
Fucking brilliant. Donna says, I've done that. Done what? Went for a shite. Well, by the way, you should do a review like this every single week, by the way.
It's actually nice to watch one of these films and it's no a complete pile of fuck you. That was quite musical. I never heard it on my headphones until now. So.
The bass is quite rumbly.
Buttery biscuit, bass.
Mate, you should do one every time we review a movie and call it the fartometer, right? Where you literally your farts will dictate how good the movie was. So how good the fart is how good the movie is, and you let the universe tell you what the universe thought of it through your farts.
Right. So is it the bigger the fart, the better the film, or the weirder the fart, the better the film?
No, like, well, think about it. When does somebody do a tiny wee fart and everybody's like, "Oh, that was fucking outstanding"? You know what I mean? Never. They go, "Ah, that was weak. That was weak, man." so basically that fart there was the universe telling you that was a class movie.
I'll take that.
I'll take that, mate. You once farted to the sound of Enter Sandman. What were you watching that week? Some kind of monster.
It wasn't deliberate. It just happened to come out that way.
The universe.
Rectalica.
Rectalica. Oh man, that's Arthurian. I thought this movie was class. I really, really enjoyed it. For an independent film, I think. See if a bigger studio was to get behind the writer and directors of this film. And even the concept.
Yeah.
I think there's a lot, and that's another thing. I kind of was gutted that it was a film and not a TV series.
I think that there could be a lot more explored in it. I mean, I like the near future setting, because for a near future movie, you don't really need to change that much. The world's still very recognizable. One of the biggest kind of telltale signs was just all the Amazon drones. Like there was just hundreds of them, and I think that's where we're going to end up. It'll be, oh, how did your delivery driver do? Man, fucking flew in and disappeared. He was class.
Hey, these Amazon drones. How many fatalities? What happened to your great uncle? He was fucking just out minding his business. Got tanting. He'd been an Amazon drone away.
It's like 1 minute he was there. Next it was Amazon.
By the way, there was a point in this movie I went like this.
I know exactly what moment that was.
Right?
The line gets said in the beginning. It's always dark, and I was like, "That's for never ending story." And then
I was like,
"Oh no way!"
Points. I was like, points, man.
There was also. Did you get the Back to the Future reference?
Which part?
The Jaws reboot.
Hey,
the Jaws thing coming out the poster and him shitting himself.
Oh, I must have missed that.
That was quite near the beginning. I think it was on his first outing. It was actually before he had the AI thing. It was when he had to go and try and get pills. And he walks, but it's got this kind of Minority Report style advertising where all the advertising you see is kind of personalised to you. And,
that's right. Like
he looks up to this marquee and it's Jaws reboot, and you just see the shark flying out of the screen, and then he shits himself straight away Back to the Future too.
Well, do you know, the first 10-20 minutes of this I watched at the gym this morning, so I must have been exerted and been like, ugh, and just completely missed that part. And there's a lot of noise around about me, but I started it this morning thinking I wasn't going to get enough time.
Well, I watched the whole thing at the gym. I did. That's the name of my local pub is called the Gym.
The gym. You're like, it's here in this room. Here's all the beer.
Well, I do have a weights bench. It's 2 feet from me.
Well, mate, if that's not a gym, I don't know what is.
So there's quite a few references to other films in there that you'll pick up on if you're a big film fan.
I'd love to speak to Daniel LazoEran and May-Raz. Aaron is a fella's name.
Mm-hmm. I don't know if it's maybe Iran, something like that. But writer director team, written and directed by both. Yeah, I couldn't imagine how two people direct one film. I know it's been done in the past a good number of times. The Wachowskis, the Hughes brothers.
You'd have to be on the same path. If I'm right in thinking, I may be correct here in my assumption, but I think Daniel is more. Oh no, they both are. Like one of them must have been like, look, I'm going to focus on the effects and the world that we're building around us. You focus on the other shit.
Right.
I mean, that's how I would attack it if I had a background in effects.
Always helps. Aye.
But I thought, hey, see, how much do you think it cost to make this film?
It's one of these ones where it's really hard to say because it could have been 2 or 3 million. It could have been 200,000. Could have been 30,000. We don't know. Because I remember when we had Giuseppe Lucarelli on, he'd made that film Checkmate for it was on Amazon Prime, and like I asked him what the budget was, and he basically said guess, and I was like, well, based on how it looked, like a couple of million. He was like 30,000. I was like, fuck. I mean, don't get me wrong, wasn't it the best of films? Even he acknowledges that himself. It's not the best of films, but it looked the part. You know, it looked like it cost a lot more. So again, I can't, because I don't know exactly how much this cost. I couldn't comment on it. But
well, upcoming film Dick Dynamite 1944 is that was a very low budget, and from what I've seen, which isn't the whole thing, it's just literally a couple clips. It looks fucking class, and I think the key to that is everyone involved in the project, one being hugely talented, and two hugely committed, and three willing to work for fuck all.
That third one's a big one, isn't it?
But hey, it's where dreams are planted, you know.
Mm-hmm.
It allows you to. It's essentially you sending a D pic before you take it around. That's what I've got. That's what I've got. Want a bit of that? Yeah.
Well, it's to be fair, it's cold in here.
So imagine that times two.
So eventually you can measure it in inches.
Hi. So I think I'd be interested to see what they do next. I'd like to have something. I think there's more to it. I felt like I was robbed. I felt like there should have been more.
Did you get any elements of American Psycho in this?
I don't know.
See,
Did you?
It was just a few bits and bobs. Like I think that once the AI kicks in and he gets his image sorted and stuff, he looks a bit psychotic. I think his name's Patrick. That's another thing.
That's right.
And there's the bit where he's working out and he's got that blue eye mask thing on, and you're just like, is this another nod to something else? So, what are you chuckling at? You're not laughing at what I'm saying.
That's right. It was Matthew, man.
What's he done?
Just to take a wee side step here. I may or may not run a cinema that may or may not put posters up, and I asked Matthew if he could hide me really well this time, because quite recently I've been putting he's been putting my face on all the posters just to kind of crack up the customers. But every time I send it to the newspaper, she sends me an email back being like, nice try. Right. And I'm like, Matthew, man, go and hide me in this one just so I can get it in the paper. Can you see me? Can you see me?
I can see you.
I'm gonna try and get that in the paper. It's been my only personal war right now. This with myself is I never succeeded at it. I never succeeded. And I just was like, Matthew, man, come on, let's hide me. Let's hide me fairly well.
For anybody wondering where he is, he's right under the whip wearing the sunglasses.
That's no. I wish that one was me. I wish that one was me. Oh, mate, do you know what we should do? We should get Matthew to make like a Jibber Jabber podcast like logo, but have it Jibber Jabber podcast like inclusive podcast. We're both black. We're both black. That'd be hilarious. That would be hilarious. Matthew, man, you're a genius, man. You're fucking awesome. I'm going to attempt to get that in the paper. See if I make it in the paper. Oh, great.
The thing is, you know that she's going to be scrutinising every single one.
I know. The lassie at the paper absolutely cracks up at them.
Is there any chance you could bring up the last one that you tried to submit so that we can get an idea of what you've tried to get away with in the past? I'm thinking book club.
Well, I'll do this. How do I even... Right, hold on. I'll send them to... I need to send them to myself via...
While you're doing that, I'm going to go through... I went down a wee bit of a rabbit hole earlier on of really funny classified ads. You know, like people selling stuff in Craigslist and in the paper and stuff. So I found a few good ones here. Free to a good country home. 3 or 4 year old Rottweiler. Quarter Shepherd. 3 years old. Right, that made no sense. Female, spayed, very intelligent, loves to eat live rabbits and kittens, loves to play ball with kids. Call after 5 p.m. Right. That's quite a big detail. He loves to eat live rabbits and kittens. Next one. 1995 Nissan Maxima. Green, leather, loaded CD, auto start, sunroof, 4-door, good condition, $4,500. Not for sale.
This
one actually really made me chuckle. Due to the down economy, I'm forced to sell my collection of Star Trek portraits in order to continue paying for my World of Warcraft subscription. Each one is hand painted by myself. Please call 603-570 something. If my mum picks up, ask for Warlock.
Ask for Warlock.
No, you've got to love Americans, man.
I've got these.
You can call me Dragon.
I've got these images. I think some of them must have seen a few of these before. But Matthewman is a genius. So anybody that needs any work done, you need to contact Matthewman. And not only contact him, but you need to follow his stuff because it's phenomenal, right? So
that is good.
A quick wee sidebar here. Here was Fast X. I don't know if you can...
Very subtle.
Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. Little Mermaid. Evil Dead Rise. And then your favourite. I tried to send that in, and she was like, "Nice try, loving the new hairstyle though."
You're one of the few people, one of the few guys I know that could pull that off.
I don't know. Hey, by the way, how funny would it have been if I got that in the newspaper? That would have been epic. That would have been epic. There's still time. There's still time. Oh, Matthew, man. Phenomenal. Yes. So back to the site extended now that we've extended our segment. Matthewman says, I'm patiently waiting on the Barbie movie. Mate, there's a you don't have to wait. They all get I can schedule it now. I can publish these movies now. Right up to like August. So if you're chomping at the bit,
I hope South Park get another film. You're getting timid.
It's quite funny. Yeah? It's quite funny. I would say to everybody that has not checked out Site Extended to definitely check it out if you can. And so by the way,
where can you actually get it? Is it on like Prime and Tubi and stuff like that?
Yep, everywhere. It's not on Netflix, but you can buy it on iTunes. You can buy it pretty much everywhere. You just type mate, we're in a world where you Google it and it'll bring you everywhere where you can see it. If I was in HMV and I saw it there on Blu-ray, I'd be like,
This is one of the things I like about what we're doing here is I actually get to watch films that I most likely would never even think to watch. That probably wouldn't grab my attention by the DVD box. So again, thankful to Fetch Publicity for the opportunity to review these films.
Aye, totally. This was Josh that sent us it. Legend, man. I quite enjoyed it very much, and I think a physical distribution would be pretty cool. So see, it says Sight Extended. Does that not just scream for a sequel, like Sight Re-Extended or Sight
Sight fucking massive.
Sight? Aye, he goes mental at the end. What was that all about?
Oh, spoiler alert.
Well, his wee sister was like, I've banned this app that you're using. Order, by the way.
Again, nothing to do with trying to help him. She was trying to help herself.
Totally.
But anyway, that's way into spoiler territory. Let's not do that too much. We want people to watch this and be surprised.
Yeah.
Be surprised.
Bit gash that she done that though. He should have bottled her. I thought that was where it was going, to be honest.
What, bottle the sister?
I thought somebody's getting it. This is where it's going to go. It does have that feel of somebody's getting it, doesn't it?
Oh, these stories never have particularly happy endings, do they?
No, they never do. That reminds me of...
There's a reason. AI is going to fuck us all up. You know, it's funny. It doesn't matter how many warnings Hollywood gives and how many warnings scientists give. Even Elon Musk is like, oh, we should stop this. It's like, and then next week, oh, I've just invented a robot that can read your fucking mind.
It's got Bluetooth. Does it get Bluetooth in it? Aye, can I play fucking the Sex Pistols for it? Fucking sign me up.
I know. It's like, it does have guns, but it's trained not to shoot them.
Robocop.
Is it? Why has he got a gun then? Gonna get Facebook on it? Fuck off. Yeah. It's a dangerous game.
We've yet to see the dangerous part of it yet, but if the movies have taught us anything, it's don't trust robots, man.
No.
Skynet. I mean, look at what it done to Miles. He was like that. Boom. Never worked out for him, did it?
Boom. Boom. I remember the last time I watched that actually being emotionally affected by that scene, which I hadn't been ever before.
Is it because he has kids?
Possibly. Could be.
Because he was just a da. He was just a da.
He was just a guy. He had no idea what he was actually getting himself into. All of a sudden, he's fully fucking led.
And big Sarah Connor rocks up trying to do him in. He's like, it's happening, man. She's like, we're here because you've fucked it for us. You fucked it for all us. He's like, well, let's help you take it out. And they're all like that.
So you fucked it, Dyson. I was just making a Hoover.
She's trying to get it. Yeah, she's trying to get the sugar puffs off my couch. Yeah.
I'm going for his mere suction. You see, I'm going to blow the planet.
Let me show you something, man. Fucking love it. So the market opened again, eh? My local market opened again.
Oh, is it open again?
I was like, nay, why, man? Because I've kind of helped support it, right? Putting all other promotional stuff up on our screens and whatnot. So I rocks down, right? There's a guy sitting there like that. 50p a magazine. I'm like, fucking magazines you got, like, I probably shite. Pick this bad boy up. An original issue, mate. Look at this, look. New film coming out, Lost Boys. It's about vampires. I was like,
what year is that?
Let's get our head around that.
Is that an 87 print?
Mate,
or is that a reproduction?
No, this is original, mate. The guy had them on, half of them were all yellow. That's an
but that one's print. Not.
Look at Sarandon, man. No, this one is. This one's no yellow. Oh, it should be yellow at this bit, but it's no yellow at any other bit. Let's just have a wee look here. No, this isn't a reprint. This is a real deal, man. November. Oh no, number 144. This was February. This was in the February, my man. And it goes. This has got Predator, a spread about Predator. And get this, look, they've got Highlander ones and all. I was like, no, where can I find these? Cool as hell, man. It's got film reviews of like loads of films. Star Trek.
It's got film reviews of films.
Fantasia, Superman, The Quest for Peace. Look at this, man. Hellraiser 2, Hellbound.
How many stars they got for Superman?
Look, they're all having a laugh. Look, they're all mind they cut all these guys up. Look, let's get a group photo. Right. Didn't it just says that one's coming next? See, I can't wait to like read all of this. Look, there's what's his puss. He's at every Comic Con. The wee Doctor Who guy. He was in Still Game. Ken with Club the Gallery. We got you a wee Big Mac. Look, Zach. Look, there's the Gremlins and all that, man. Okay, Inner Space. Oh, Inner Space. Is that not what Matthew Man was getting all the patter about? It's there.
Me. I love Inner Space.
Nah, Matthew Moon loves it more. Look, guess who's got a spread?
Wow. I'm really impressed at the condition of that, if that's an original print.
Look, it is an original print. Look. It is, man. You should have seen all the stuff. It was all stuff for his attic. So I've just been sitting there. I'm going to go back and check for Mayor next week. Oh, look, what's he wrote on it? He's wrote something, but I can't make it out. Is it signed? But I thought that's awesome. 50p an issue. Look, Stardust subscriptions, yearly rates, $17.50.
$17.50 a year.
Aye.
That's no bad.
I know. That was clearly for the 80s.
Aye.
Confirmed. And I don't think anybody's really heard of this magazine. Look, all tapes. Ha! You can order tapes, VHS. I wonder if it's still open.
Can you phone?
It's got... Mate, see if I give you the number. Will you phone it?
Aye.
Waiting now till I find the number. Promise. I bet you it's not even on anywhere. What does it say? A catalogue containing over 6,000 titles is available from us. That covers almost every video available in the UK. Costs £2, which includes postage. Was that it? Waiting until we find the number. It's London. Waiting now. Oh. What's this? Oh, there we go. Got the number. Distribution. Right. Ready for it?
Yep.
0895 treble 4 055. Just phone up and ask if I've got an original edition, or is it likely these were reprinted, right? Get it on loudspeaker, lad.
Recognized. Please check the number.
No.
I tried.
Does that confirm then it's way back when?
I'm not doubting it. I thought it was in really good nick, that's all.
It is in good nick, man. They weren't all in good nick, but I saw this and thought, that'll look good with my Robocop Blu-ray if I get it framed.
Oh, my magazines for back then are stuck together, or just one page.
That's because they all had Carolyn Monroe in it. But how cool is that, eh? We should do an episode purely on movie memorabilia and stuff, and I'll get Hulk Hogan and be like, look, this was the time that he went to Mordor, brother. We gotta go to Mordor, brother!
Can I just say, by the way, there's something wrong with the proportions of that belt.
Say again?
There's something wrong with the proportions of that belt.
It's because the belt never came with him. That's a belt I had from the back in the 90s. I've still got it. And I just put it on this wee Hogan that I got at Home Bargains. That's just a wee Hogan.
Home Bargain Hogan.
It is, mate. It barely looks like him. Look. It barely looks like him. I've got a really cool Hogan up there with Andre the Giant. Cool as hell, man. Wife got us it. I says, she came home one day, she's like, I got you a gift. And I was like, no, you didn't. I was like, no, it'll be a coffee or something. She presented us with this, I'll show you. Once she presented me this, my first words were, I need to show Todd. Look at that, man. Look at that, eh?
Aye.
That's what it's all about.
Couple of handsome bastards right there, eh?
I've got a Chris Jericho hand-signed AEW title up there.
It'd be weird if it was foot signed.
I'll be taking that down to London in August. Be a scream.
What are you doing in London again?
AEW pay-per-view, mate. Wembley Stadium.
Wembley. You going to
Wembley.
Wembley?
Aye. Be cool to be on telly. I'll be like that. I'm on the telly. I'm on the telly.
You need to hold up a sign so I know it's you.
Mate, give a big cardboard cutout of your head, and I swear I'll hold it up the whole night. Folk do it all the time. Do it all the time. They take just cardboard cutouts of their pals' heads, and then you'll see your head on telly.
Mind that guy that got Osama bin Laden into the stand at Leicester City? You remember that?
No, but do you know during the pandemic period when WWE went off screens?
Well, this is exactly the same scenario.
Was it?
It wasn't screens. It was anybody that had a season ticket could upload a photo, and they would put a cardboard cutout of that photo on their seat. And this guy uploaded Osama bin Laden, and they actually put it out.
That's class. Well, see the thingy one, the WWE one, you'd get sent a link, and then you could like sit here like you are here, and you would be on TV in the rows by the ring, and someone had Chris Benoit, his face just like in the audience. Nae holding him back.
Aye, that was a thing, wasn't it?
Aye. And
I remember when he came to Sky TV when I worked there. Folk would bring their families in to meet him, and it's like 2 weeks later, boing.
The real sad part about that is he never got to see Sight Extended, which was class. Filippo says, "Bonjour, gentlemen." Mate, he looks like
guy.
De Cascos, eh?
That's that guy. Aye.
Aye.
That's Pooh Man or whatever his name is.
Hey, be nice.
Oh no, I always add some good flavour to the comment sections.
It says, "I not been so well lately, so I miss show." Hey mate, as long as you're getting better, man, get better, brother. Take your vitamins, say a prayer, eat your veg. You'll be fine soon, my man. The main character was called Andrew Riddle, and he reminds me of that boy that was on Big Brother, Sam somebody, right? But he also has a hint of James McAvoy in him as well at certain scenes.
I just thought he looked slightly unhinged.
Defo looked like if somebody's like, "Oh no, I've been done in," and then he stuck a screwdriver up my arse and ate it in front of me, and they pointed to that guy, you'd be like, "Aye, probably." Next week on the show, Andrew Riddle. But I think you'd kind of be all right with it.
I think for movies like this, again, I think we're going to maybe start pushing a bit harder to, instead of just having us on talking about it, we'll try and get more people that are involved with the actual productions on here. Because I don't think that's out with the realms of possibility with these films. So,
not at all.
Always going to be some interesting conversations.
And you know, it always starts like that. So, what was it like being in the film? Was it hard?
I like to go back to the start with my guests. Where are you from? Where did you grow up? How did it all begin?
Did you have a troubled past? I bet your ma was on the gear.
Was that hard? What was that?
It was hard. It must have been a whirlwind. Filippo says, "I meet guy in bar who said he would want to use fists on me. Unfortunately, he was a boxer. Not what I expected. Was his name Andrew?" I bet you that's just what's her face, Jan in disguise.
She's not been here tonight. I think there's some.
It's because it's a Monday. It's because it's a Monday.
Yeah, we've no Janice tonight either. Disappointed Janice.
I think it's pronounced Genie and no Janice. I think it's Genie.
Genie, that's French Janice.
We're gonna have to stop. Zevo play. Gutting, man, gutting. So like I said, really into this film.
I'd give it a solid 7 for me, I think.
I'd agree. And that doesn't, it's not as taken in and away from it at all. No. It's more so like
way above average.
And there's not enough of it, unfortunately. So I'm gonna put a wee tweet out to the guys that made the film, and I'm gonna be like, "Yo, your movie was fucking sick." Sometimes we get sent stuff, and we're like, Oh, right. Aye.
Remember that time we had Samurai Cop on?
The thing is, though, I loved Samurai Cop. That was class
You
for all
know?
the wrong reasons, but
Yeah.
still class. And
Oh,
we
man, it's so warm.
and we shredded him.
Mm.
And do you know what? Do you know what's kind of, upon reflecting upon guests that we had on, kind of gutted that John Edmonds did, because he was really sound.
Yeah. No,
Hey.
that was a shame.
Yeah, it's like he was actually really, really sound. I really liked him, and I kind of ping him an email back and forth since having him on. And now he's dead. It's like gutting. I kind of feel bad for the fart video now, but he probably would have laughed if he noticed. Hey.
I don't know what you're talking about.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, sad thing.
Gutting, gutting that he's done.
He's done. You put that very tactfully.
What?
He's done. God, he's done. He's run out. He continues.
So down his fucking shift there. Shift there.
He was a good guy. Good guy.
He was.
He may well have been batshit.
No, but the thing is, he didn't seem
Or
it
maybe
at
not.
all.
We don't know.
He did not seem batshit.
No.
He was a guy. He was a guy that could tell you he'd slashed aliens and FedExed them to his pal, right, and not sound crazy. That was either he's next level crazy or he was fucking telling the truth. You know what I mean? You know what I mean?
You're making me do it.
Sorry, man. My days are long, very long. But I'm glad I got a chance to watch Sight Extended.
So I think the message we want to leave you with is watch Sight Extended. It's good. Go and rent it, buy it, whatever you have to do to watch it. It's really worth a watch. And just remember that the film it's not a big studio film. It's not had endless amounts of money spent on it. It's just an interesting story, and it's been well put together.
Very well put together.
And it's only around 20 minutes long, so it's not going to take you long to get through.
Clap for that motherfucker. Well done. This is one of those times where we're like, glad I watched it. Might watch it again at some point because I just feel like it could have been more. Actually gutted that it's done. And
I want to see a spin-off called Max Wayne.
That'd be class.
That's what I'm going to call you because you've got quite a few kids.
Max Wayne.
Max Wayne. Maximum number of Waynes. Max
Nah,
Wayne.
I wouldn't say that's the max. I can fuck with more kids.
Who?
Everybody's ma.
Everyone and their mums is packing round here. Like who? Farmers. Who else? Farmers' mums.
But is there anything you'd like to say before we close, Jima?
No, just thanks for continuing to support our podcast. We will continue to try and bring you quality content every week on a Sunday normally, but except Father's Day because
I think he's froze.
Everybody gives half a fuck about Father's Day.
Aye, man. Class, man. So tune in next week. It'll be Sunday, and we'll have more exciting content for you guys. Hopefully more cool stuff coming in the future. I've sent out some DMs. Let's see what happens, man. I'm always on the go. Hit the subscribe, tell your pals and all that stuff. Again, wire in, lads, and we shall see you guys next week. All right, lads?
Cheery hobo.
Take it easy, lads.
That's it, let's go! Subscribe!
J-Mack! J-Mack!
This is not going on for a replay.
Come get some of these.
They're very nice, Kevin. What happened? Did you cut your thumb off?